Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Kuroko no Basket 2, Episode 23. And this episode is all about Murasaki Bar, alright? Murasaki Bar is awesome, alright? When you think about the best guys in the Generation of Miracles, clearly Akashi's got to be up there. I mean, he's the captain, right? So clearly he's got to be up there. But other than that, you've got Aomine, Murasaki Bara, Kisei, and Midorima. And you would think Aomine is the top one out of those four. But Murasaki Bara he's not taking that lightly. He is showing that he's pretty legit too. And we already know that Aomine has trouble getting by Murasaki Bara. But Murasaki Bara has shown that he's not just defense, he's actually better at offense, alright? According to Kuroko, this dude's like freaking Wilt Chamberlain. He's got 100 points in a game. I mean, it's crazy. Saren tried to triple team him at one point, and it literally did nothing. Thor hammer, that's all it took. He started controlling the wind and crap. He just pushed them all away and dunked. It was ridiculous. All right, and he was able to get right back on defense too. All right, it's not like he's slow and he stayed back. He had to slowly make his way back, and Saren could get a fast break. That's not what happened. He's quick getting back on defense too, and they tried to use Teppei in order to get by him, but it didn't work. He tried to use his right of postponement, and boom, Murasaki Bara just said, "No, I'm tired of that. You're not doing that anymore." All right, and even then, after he's done with defense, he's right back on offense, and he scores again. He dunks on Kagami. So it's so bad, he brings the entire basket down. It was ridiculous. Not Kagami. He brought the rim down once in Kaijo, but Murasaki Bara literally brought the entire thing down. It was ridiculous. Yo, Murasaki Bara is awesome. All right, he's awesome. All right, and even after they got even after they got another hoop, it's not like the break hurt him or anything, like the zone or something like that, where you gotta the longer you do it, the more tired you get, and it just doesn't work long term. Whereas with Murasaki Bara, it didn't stop. It didn't stop after the game restarted. He still dominated. At one point, he copied Teppei's Vice Claw like it was nothing. Like, oh, so is this how you do it? And he just dunked again. It was crazy. Or got the rebound, I mean. And on offense, he dunked on top of both Teppei and Kagami. All right, both of them. Teppei was like set to the floor. Right, it was hilarious the way Teppei was on the ground, but not the way he was on the ground. That just sounds messed up. But I mean like the way that someone stretched out their hand to help Teppei up, and it turns out it was Murasaki Bara. He just pulls him up, and you're like, whoa, whoa. It was just epic, and he told him the hard truth too. He told him the truth. All right, you can talk all you want about having fun. Basketball is about having fun. It's not about winning. But when you're losing like that, when you're getting dominated, you're not having fun. All right, all right. This is Kuroko's whole philosophy is that in Teiko everything was about winning. Winning meant everything. However, you don't need to. Winning isn't the most important thing. The most important thing is having fun. That's why he wants to beat all the Generation of Miracles, to let them know that their way of playing basketball isn't the best, and that through beating them, he can show that that having fun can let you win. When in reality, that's not how it works. It's winning that lets you have fun. Then that's what Murasaki Bara is trying to say. All right, and it's looking pretty true because let's face it. When you lose, you're not exactly having fun. All right. Especially when you're getting dominated like that. You've gotten into a tournament. Your goal is to win. Like what? The entire point of being in the tournament is because you want to win. Not, come on, all right. Like in the end, Murasaki Bara is pretty much right. There are some specific cases where you can have fun losing if if the match is against like a close friend or something, and you just have like a friendly rivalry or something like that. You can enjoy it even if you lose. But in something like this, it's just competition. You're not going to have fun unless you win. You win, then you enjoy it. If you lose, it's like heartbreak almost. At least that's what they're. At least if you get that far, then yeah, it's like losing the Super Bowl. Like you think people are happy? No, they're not. All right, I mean, I'm not exactly comparing this to Super Bowl though. The kids here are just as good as the pros apparently. 100 points, yeah, but still, In the end, Murasaki is right. All right, and Teppei ends up getting benched after that because he's not doing too well. His legs are just not holding up, and Kuroko tries to tell Murasaki that he's wrong and he's going to prove it. He's going to stop him. He pretty much gives another friendship speech. Essentially, that's what it is. And we get a flashback of like the same thing happening back in Teiko. So this isn't the first time they've clashed like this. But in the end, it's just a friendship. I didn't really care. It's friendship stuff. It's who cares, right? It's friendship, all right. But Kuroko gets in the core. He replaces He replaces Teiko. He replaces Teppei, all right. And he actually gives Saren some momentum. I mean, he got an alley-oop to Kagami at one point. He got a few stops on defense. One was, like, for instance, he was guarding Murasaki, and he used his misdirection and his lack of presence to make Murasaki foul him. Then they started using this stealth mode, full court, man-to-man type of defense, where it's man-to-man. They're playing man-to-man, full court, not just like once Yosen gets the ball over the half court line, then they start going to like man-to-man. No, it's the minute they get the ball, the minute they inbound the ball on the other side of the court. That's they're starting man-to-man, but they're not staying on their marks. They're switching marks, and because of that, it's hard to, you don't know who's going to be guarding you next. And because of that, because of everyone moving around, it's hard to keep track of Kuroko. And because it's hard to keep track of Kuroko, it makes it easier for him to steal the ball. Because at the end of the day, Yosen's going to try and get the ball to Murasaki because I mean he's hot right now. He's not in the zone, but he's in the zone. Like Murasaki is always in the zone. It's like he's always good. All right. But he's the guy on offense. Tatsuya too, but I mean Murasaki is better. Let's be honest. So Murasaki is the guy. Even if the coach tries to say we have two aces, Murasaki is the guy. All right, he's the guy. All right. Kuroko gets that one off. He draws the offensive foul on Murasaki. He's getting some steals, so he gives Saren some momentum. And the third quarter ends with a shot that doesn't actually count on Izuki's part. It's whatever. I mean, from what I understand, some buzzer beaters count and others don't. It depends on the rules of the tournament. For some tournaments, it'll count as long as you get the ball off before the clock goes off, but with some tournaments it doesn't count unless the ball actually goes in before the clock hits 0. Okay, I mean, whatever. I didn't really see the purpose of adding something like that in. I mean, it's different. So I mean, whenever Fujimaki actually switches things up and actually has the referees do something that's good. I mean, because the referees they might as well not even have any referees in these games because all they do, the rare occasions that they do call fouls, I mean, that's about all they do. They don't call traveling. They don't call 3-second violations. They don't call double dribbles. They don't call any penalties, really. They rarely ever do. These kids play better than they actually play better than the pros. You know, so I welcome it whenever the referees actually get involved and do their jobs. So I didn't really care that much, but it's fine. It's cool. Yeah, so the third quarter ends like that. And Teppei ends up asking Rico for a favor, which I mean he's probably involved since it's his last tournament and everything. He wants to play as much as he can. He'll probably want to sacrifice his body as much as he needs to in order to win. So it's probably involved some way of him getting back on the court somehow, fixing up his legs. That's pretty much it. I mean, the rest of the episode was just more friendship crap. Whatever. Teppei was crying because who cares, right? Seriously, who cares? Right? It's friendship crap. It's feelings, friendship, typical shonen crap. All right, who cares? All right. But that's the rest of the episode was pretty legit though. It was pretty awesome. And in the preview, we get a hint at the zone coming back in. The zone, not the zone, but the zone, like the hyper mode of Kuroko. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for this episode. And I guess I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It was pretty legit. So yeah, it was just the friendship stuff I didn't care for. It's like a virus. Every game, just more friendship stuff comes into comes in and becomes relevant. It's ridiculous. But whatever. That's it, you guys. The episode gets a 9 out of 10. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.